Hello, and welcome to 12-Minute Meditation, a weekly podcast from Mindful and Mindful.org that offers mindfulness meditations backed by neuroscience. If you've been practicing, you know that 12 minutes of meditation a day can yield benefits like increased attention, focus, creativity, calm, resilience, and compassion. The latest scientific research supports this knowledge. So, on this podcast, we invite you to do your 12-minute practice with guided meditations from today's leading mindfulness experts. We share a new practice each week, providing you with new ways to experience some of those benefits day to day. Before we dive in, we have some wonderful news to share. Thanks to your unwavering support, Mindful Magazine is making a comeback as an annual special issue. We're thrilled to bring you a fresh, revitalized edition filled with inspiring stories, thought-provoking articles, and practical tips to enrich your mindfulness practice. This revival is all about you, our vibrant community, and we're excited to once again bring you a magazine that reflects and celebrates our shared values and interests. I'm Chelsea Arsenal, host of 12-Minute Meditation at Mindful and Mindful.org. And this week, Carley Hauck guides us to embrace all parts of ourselves, those qualities we see as our shadow or what isn't serving us, as well as the light or what we see as our positive attributes. Especially as leaders, including any person who shows leadership in their life, working with both our dark and light parts allows us to shine our full potential out into the world. If you feel like it's often too difficult or painful to acknowledge some aspects of who you are, this is a powerful practice for developing greater self-acceptance and self-love. As Carley reminds us, the more you acknowledge the shadow, the more you will integrate and embrace it. In this meditation, we'll use a visualization technique along with movement and sound to support us in truly embracing every aspect of who we are. Carley Hauck is the founder of Leading from Wholeness, a leadership and organizational development firm. She teaches leadership at Stanford University and Haas Business School, and is the author of Shine, Ignite Your Inner Game to Lead Consciously at Work and in the World. You can subscribe to 12-Minute Meditation while you're on mindful.org or wherever you find your favorite podcast. And if you're moved to leave us a review, we'd be grateful, and so will other listeners. See, your review helps them to decide whether 12-minute meditation is for them. But for now, for you, here's Carley Hauck.
Find a space where you can be quiet for several minutes. Take a few deep breaths in and out of your belly. Breathing in, allowing the belly to rise. Breathing out, allowing the belly to fall. When you are relaxed, imagine yourself standing in the center of a circle of supportive people. Your family, friends, colleagues, pets, guides, or divine beings. Close your eyes and soak up the feelings of love and acceptance. Now acknowledge one or two parts of yourself that you struggle with or have disowned. Perhaps your impatience, arrogance, shyness, fear of being unlovable. Anything you have a little shame around. These are the dark parts of you, or the shadow. We all have shadow aspects of our personalities. An easy way to identify your dark parts is to bring to mind a person in your life who triggers you. What do you not like about them? What do you struggle with when you're with them? What is the trait or quality that is challenging about this person? For example, you might have a colleague who always turns in their reports late, and this elicits feelings of anger or discomfort. You feel the judgment about their lack of accountability. Now turn the mirror towards yourself and ask, in what ways am I like this? Or in the example above, you could ask, in what ways am I not accountable? When you see this behavior in yourself, you will likely feel discomfort in your body, or even a feeling of ouch. I invite you to be with all that arises with loving awareness. Wherever you look and whatever is brought into presence, shine love and awareness there. Take a few minutes to invite it in and allow these dark parts, acknowledging them one by one, aloud or silently, with love and presence. Try saying, I can be selfish. I can be arrogant. I can be impatient. The more you acknowledge the shadow, the more you will integrate and embrace it. The truth is that leaders need all of our parts to shine our greatest light and potential in the world. Take another round of deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Now let's move to the light parts. These are the qualities you identify in yourself as positives, strengths, your light. Say the list out loud or silently for a few minutes as mantras. For example, I am strong. I am smart. I am compassionate. I am resilient. Invite these parts into your awareness with love and presence. Allow all of these parts to be seen and embraced by your circle of supportive beings. As you acknowledge each of these light parts, you can also invite in the dark. This is how we integrate and bring forward our whole self to work in the world. And you can further support this integration by chanting one of these loving mantras. You can put your name at the beginning, or you can just simply say these and repeat the one that resonates most for you over and over. If you remember before, it takes 90 seconds for our neurons to fire and wire together. So see if you can do it for 90 seconds. I embrace all of you. Or I love and accept all of you. Or this is a favorite of mine, I choose all of me. I choose all of me. Or I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. As you repeat the mantra, notice how you feel in your mind, heart, and body. Repeat your favorite mantras, especially when you aren't being compassionate or kind to yourself, and integrate them into your daily meditation practice until you truly believe the message. Our thoughts become our beliefs, and they become patterns in our neural networks in our minds the more we feed and plant the same thought over and over again. A profound way to bring your whole self to work and into daily life is to get into your body. I use movement to play with the polarity of my dark parts and my light parts. When I am embodying my dark part, I start off standing, put my feet together, and curl my head, neck, and body into a ball like a contracted fetal position. My fists are closed and my heart is armored. Then I move into the lighter part of my being and say, I am a resilient, strong, on-purpose woman. I bring my feet hip-width apart, spread my hands and arms out in a T shape, stand up tall, lift my chin and head, and take 3 deep breaths. I find in this pose, bringing in sound helps with the feeling of power and courage. So I often say the word hum, pronounced hum. This sound activates the throat chakra and may help you speak your truth, which is empowering as you cultivate your inner game of authenticity. For this exercise, you might choose to play with the movement piece and notice what kind of motion helps you embody the polarity of your dark and light parts. Movement is a great way to integrate your whole self. The movements and sounds can then be integrated into your outer game of leadership by how you walk and talk and show up in the world. Remember that developing any new pattern requires patience, practice, and persistence. But if you do this, you will be able to shine your greatest light.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of 12-Minute Meditation from Mindful and Mindful.org. I hope you enjoyed practicing with us today. We'll be back in 7 days with another meditation practice to enrich your journey. But in the meantime, stay connected by signing up for our free newsletter at mindful.org/sign-up for compelling insights and actionable ideas to enrich your everyday life. That's mindful.org/signup.